Okay, I'm on the stalker's Instagram page. The person I believe is stalking me. My phone just went off. Okay, he had an abnormal way of communicating. Something as weird is going on with my tablet again. It doesn't want you to see. Let me try to. My tablet is really odd. It does that on its own. Let me try to do something. Okay, there it goes. Okay. That says shout outs. Shout it out. Well, here's the thing. There could have been a repetitive pattern, but no, it was obvious in the past. He made it very obvious that he was using these avenues to communicate. It wasn't hidden. So it was obvious that someone was controlling my pages. It was obvious, and that's how he communicated. I showed evidence to a task of police. He left and covered for it. Rockwall Police also had evidence of it, and they covered for it. So, like when I showed the video of the Vermicelly, Hop Vermicelly, that's how he showed me that he was stalking me by Hop Vermicelly. And then let's just go through the avenues of his page. One moment. When my car got ruined, someone claiming to be him. I love water. Okay, hold on. Someone claiming to be him that I spoke with when my car got messed up had this on his channel that communicated with me in an odd manner. So whoever I was communicating with, look at the water. Okay. Some kind of way my phone went off his channel. Went off and Home Depot wants to talk to me now. My phone provider will not investigate why these weird things happen. I don't know why it's blurry like this. Let me try to fix it. I don't know why Home Depot would interrupt me showing you this man's incriminating information on his channel or his page. Hold on, let me try again. Instagram was rude. Office Depot, rather. Let me go back before Office Depot so rudely interrupted. So after I went to a networking event, this was on his channel with the Clark. Then another time that I stated, why do you have to, he went to work out. I'll show you. So he posted all these workout videos. So I put to this man's email address, personal email, why do you have to be in all your workout videos? Why do you have to be in all your pictures? Normally people think that I'm hilarious. So he posted all these workout pictures, and whoever I was communicating with, I said that why do you have to be in all your pictures? And then that person posted that hat. My phone keeps shutting off. They posted that hat. So, but here's the thing: whoever that I was supposed to be getting catfished by, I was sending personal emails to him, and the emails, I am very guilty. They are horrible. I felt so bad. One of the reasons why I stopped communications, because I looked at all the emails I sent him, and they were horrible, horrible, completely out of my character. Why were they so horrible? Because I kept getting trash that he was placing in my feed. So I try to look up ministers and all kind of possible things, and he have the people with heads, their brains coming out, all these horrible different things in my feed that he was controlling. So each time I looked at that chaos, and then I was degraded and all this information in the feed. Like I said, I did have an issue. There was a lot of different things. He set up people in the community to entice me that was a good avenue to take, and tried. He even had family members saying that, yeah, go ahead and go for it. So, it was an issue, but I went ahead and tolerated it. Nonetheless, when I see all this crap in my feed, I would deliberately email him and degrade him and violate him so he can see give him a taste of his own medicine. That's why I think that he's so intrigued. Because at the particular time when I met him, I said that I wasn't going to let anyone run over me. So I just did not treat him probably like a lot of people did. So he thought he was going to degrade me and demean me. And I treated him like the same way that he treated me so he can see how it felt. And I think that intrigued him. Anyway, to make a long story short, he claims he didn't know who I was. But there's tons of emails that I sent him prior to the networking events on his channel, which on his Facebook page. Let me go to Facebook if he hasn't changed it up, because he changes the things up. He causes technical glitches and switches things up. Okay, he states he don't know me. There I am right there on his Facebook page. I'm locked out of my Facebook page. I can't get in it. There's only a few people commenting on this channel or on his Facebook page. Those are the people. That's me too. I was locked out of my Facebook page. That's me too. No, that's not me. Okay, now here's a secret. Okay, so Fu Young is a code that Fu Young, which, I wasn't in the right frame of mind. That means the curse word. That's my way of communicating the F word. Okay. So he was fully aware that F word, Fu Young, is a way that I communicated quite often to say the F word, you. He knew exactly what Fu Young means. That means that I'm cursing you out. But I didn't want to do it on a page. So I say Fu Young multiple times. That is our secret avenue for me saying F you. Okay? So I don't know who that is. That's not me. But I use that. That's our code that I'm saying F you. Okay? Now, this is what Fu Young. Oh, let me go back. Okay. So some kind of way, he don't know who I am, but here I am right here, and there's not a lot of people on there. This is me. He said that he was going to marry me. So he knows completely he knows who that is. And then I have the wedding dress on to let him know that he needs to go ahead and marry me if he's going to marry me. This right here, that's a code word right here, nice ooh. And so is Fu Young. He absolutely knows what Fu Young means. That means that I'm going off on him, and I don't want other people to know on his page that I'm going off. If they were to check the emails that I have sent him personally directly, I'm saying Fu Young. That means the F word you. So some kind of way, this party on his same page, on his page, is saying Fu Young too. That's a mighty big coincidence. And for him not to know who I am, and I'm right here, that's me. How do you not know who I am? Let's look at this date. Is it going to show the date? I'm locked out of my page. I can't get in it. In fact, I'm locked out of a lot of Facebook pages, and no one will help me get back in it. I reported it to the FBI. They don't want to talk to me. Oh, okay. So we do know it's 5 years ago. So if I'm on your page commenting, why not a lot of people there? How is it that you don't know who I am? And you have tons and tons of emails, tons. And I admit they are horrible, because he kept terrorizing me with that trash in my feed. So I would just get infuriated and go off. And I think he liked it. Anyway, this is a video diary of the way that he communicated, and, the multiple different avenues. Like on his channel, there's a lot of different clues that, shouted out. And then we have on his channel shout outs. In the past, no, it was on purpose. And it was very, very obvious that it was on purpose, and I was getting stalked. And they were showing me through the avenues, the evidence, which is why Itasca police walked off to cover for it and lied. And then later arrested me for profit in front of my child. So this is a video diary of the clues. All I can do is just show it. The clerk on his channel, some kind of way he didn't know who I was. If you have all these tons of emails and I was problematic, why would you let me sit there at 2 networking events the whole stay? Someone wanted me to come back to the second one. Not in addition to that, not only the second one that was in November, the one in December too. And when I didn't come, I got punished. I also got punished for not coming to this party May of 2017. How did I get punished? A lot of slanders, tickets, cases from nowhere that I got mailed out that was problematic. Itasca was setting me up. And I didn't realize it. I didn't even know that I saw him stalking later on, but I didn't know. And I kept repetitively reporting the voyeurism. So especially, I thought maybe, this rich, he's claimed to be worth billions. I don't know. But he claimed to be worth billions. And, I thought maybe he's using voyeurism to see who I am because he's worth billions. Naive. So I rationalized it for a little bit. Well, maybe he's using that to see who what's going on. He's saying that he's going to marry me under these fake pages and all this chaos. So I tolerated it just for a small period of time. And then, it just really got more and more creepy. And then, I just said, no, enough's enough. And I deleted all the emails. I stopped communication. And then, the police would not investigate the voyeurism, period. Or all the chaos in the community. I tried to escape. Then they stole the child support payments that I was supposed to have received. Then a lot of other people set me up to weird things. Okay, in this video, I had sent him an email stating that something I did. So, I don't know what it was, but whatever I did, I said that I was going to give him roses and apologize for it. So he has a shirt with roses on it. I asked him to remind me about the roses. I don't know what happened. Something I said about roses. I can give you some roses. I don't know. So I stayed on my channel that I need a vacation. But, they switch up the channels, the pages, to cover up. You got to see it to believe it. Never mind. So I stated on my channel, I need to get away. Then he immediately posts on his, collect moments, not things. Let's get away. I had just previously stated on my channel, I need a vacation because of all this chaos that he created and I didn't know he did it. I was going through getting tortured in the community. So I stayed on my channel, I need a vacation. And then on his channel, you see all of that and let's get away. So in another video, I can try to find it. I told him that this is just, I was younger. So in another video, this is probably why he liked me. Because I told him in another video that he looked like a slut. I was just joking. So I told him that he looked like a slut because he had, his private place showing. And I try to look for that picture. So when I communicated that, then he took this picture. It should be in the emails. So I said that, teased him and I said that you look like a slut. And then he took this picture covering up the jewels. Let me see if I can find that picture, if it's still on his page. Okay, this is the time that this is when I had sent him the email stating that why did he need to be in his own pictures? And then he posted the picture of the hat. I called him Boaz all the time. Okay. I kept saying, Boaz, when are you going to rescue me, Boaz? And then I teased him as Boaz all the time. And then he has an interview where they called him Boaz in this interview. So here, I told him I was tired of the way of communicating. I was done. Then this was posted with Clark on it. So then I go off on him. I say, why can't you talk to me like a normal human being? I'm done again. Then he posts this. I never get used to calling people at night, saying good morning. Then he posted that. So I was getting terrorized in the community, which I believe he set up. Then he posted, some people only hate you because of the way other people love you. So he's terrorizing me in the community. And making it seem like on his page, he's being loving and kind. He's setting up the terror. I believe he's setting up the terror. This is an advertisement for the networking event that I went to. There wasn't a lot of people there. Mainly it was family, especially the first time. So if you got a networking event with colleagues and you're this really big entrepreneur that has billions. Why is it such few people there? There wasn't a lot of people there at both events. The first one, it was more people, and this one was more personal. This is the one that I stayed at a long time, speaking with him after everyone had left. He really talked very little. He had a friend that was talking, and some things transpired, and he had to leave. And it was not. It was like personal things and personal private areas. So he had to leave immediately. And then lied and said that he had to move his car when it was things in the private area that happened at this encounter. We was just in the meeting. So it was personal, private things happening. And he got up and lied and said that he had to move his car, which didn't make sense. But it was personal, private things happening in that personal, private part area. And he had to get up and leave the meeting and then come back after that personal area calmed down. So I posted that I drink out of gallon bottles. I'm not real, I'm not the normal person, that I don't mind drinking out of gallon bottles. So he claims that he said, somewhere he stated that he was asking for a gallon of water, but I think I sent him an email teasing him that I said that he asked for a gallon of vodka. So I state that I, on my channel or something that I was doing, because I did something online, like a little personal, like motivational thing online. And I stated that I drink out of gallon bottles, because it's more expensive to buy those. So I'll go ahead and buy the big gallon waters. And then I said that I'm not ashamed. So then he posted that he went to a store and asked for a gallon of water. So I would like to really dress up now. I started working out, and I would really like to spend a lot more time and effort on myself, just as I've done here, got the lashes and ventured out to get myself fixed up. And I just don't think I was heard that it wasn't really safe for me, just to the degree of losing my job. I had just got the eyelashes, got comfortable with my own environment, and fixed myself up to want to be who I used to be, feel comfortable with being. He has his own wife and family and kids. I don't want to be put on punishment and tortured when I leave, to be forced to be at home, terrorized. Not getting assistance at church. Church is isolating me. There's groups, multiple different groups at church. They have just threatened the police to keep me isolated. And not only this church, but all of them. All of them. And another thing that we joked, he joked about different things about being Sia. He joked about, kind of counterfeiting and covering up our face. Okay? Because I think he's a nice looking guy, and apparently he thought that I was attractive from what the communication was. So we joked about, he put a lot of masks and jokes in my feed. Gas mask and a lot of different things, but it was actually creepy. Because I would see all these countless masks before COVID. So even though we joked around about covering up and putting masks on to kind of counterfeit and minimize appearance, it was just creepy to get all of these masks before COVID. So then I was asking him about a ring, the marrying lies and chaos. Then he posts this. So is that to let me know that there was this fictitious ring? So I'm sending him emails going off because when am I going to see the ring and all this other things? And then he posts this. Then still going off. Then this is posted. So showing off his funds, traveling. He's taking a lot off his channel or his Facebook page. So this lady right next to him told me she was a customer, and I sat next to her, and I really enjoyed her company. Let me fix we talked and we discussed, and I mean, she was absolutely wonderful. But here's the thing. She told me she was a customer. That's his grandmother. Okay. Strange enough. So another thing is he had called me and I was telling him, you need to make an appointment. And then he was like insulted. I said, well, do you see how you look? I said, I'm intimidated by you. So I wanted him, I think that he took it personally and then sets up all these appointments and people trying to be funny because he has the power to abuse. So here's the it's out of focus. So I told him I was done with his games and I was tired. Then he posted this with the Clark on the forklift. There it is again. So if they look at the emails, but the government's covering for it, they can see me telling him I am done with his games. And then he posts this. So I don't go to the event. And then he's furious and then says that he's helping a friend out. And then posts this to make me upset. And I stated that in emails that I sent him, corresponding emails. So I'm in a crisis, but you're checking out, helping this friend out right here. My lights are going off mysteriously and gas. Okay. I talk about how I like fireworks the same day and place, games and different things. And then the same day he posts fireworks on his page. So when he called me and then I told him he needed the appointment, joking, and I told him I was joking. I just told him he was a nice looking guy and he was intimidated me. But obviously he was offended by it. So then the next day he had a girlfriend. So when he had a girlfriend, I didn't take him seriously because you have a girlfriend. So I just fed him with a long handle spoon with communication. But, I don't know what was going on. I think maybe the girlfriend was fictitious to upset me because he called and I didn't answer the phone. And then another time I got a call and I didn't know it was him, but I recognized his voice and I hung up in his face. Well, it was like, they were playing on my phone and I get all these prank calls. So I recognized his voice when I met him in person. So he called me and then was playing on my phone. He had a friend on the phone. You don't call someone on the first encounter and then with a friend on the phone playing games like you're in high school. I didn't know who it was. I hung up in his face. It was him. So I can't find the picture when, that his private part was really, showing. I should, put a disclaimer because this is kind of, personal. But anyway, I can't find that picture. I'm just showing compelling evidence in his odd way of communication. So I can't find that photo. But when I mentioned and joked with him that how, he was degrading himself and all of that, then he started covering up his private area to let me know that he did hear what I was stating. So I'm not saying justify my behavior for tolerating such chaos. Definitely I needed a wake-up call. I don't know. I think I deserve all of this. But I've made a lot of mistakes in my life trusting people that didn't deserve my trust. And to this time, this a lot of women that are listening to this, take it from me. There's applications in getting jobs and doing all kind of avenues of life, but there's no application for who you date. That's more dangerous than a job. Some people don't escape their bad decisions that they make. So this is just something for awareness for a lot of women. We need to be more particular about our interaction and people that we meet, because it can derail our life and sometimes even cost us our lives. Anyway, this is a video diary of awareness and my experiences.